3, 4. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Hi again, fans. We're in a beautiful open-air stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina for Wrestling Under the Stars tonight on Rwl Sn Rl. We're so glad you've joined us. I'm Wally Cardill, and as usual, with me are Johnny GB Bianco and Snarl's GM Tex Lynch, and boy howdy, things have certainly changed up over the last week, with new Women's World Tag Champs, the Angels of Anarchy. And of course, T-Dog Tomasio becoming the new Rage TV champs with his win over Stefan Von Berger at Rage the other night.
While most fans are on board with T-Dog Tomasio, you really can't say the same for the Angels of Anarchy. Everything they've done since winning the titles over American Powers has been analyzed, scrutinized, and criticized. Wendy and Nikki Judas Hardcore are without question very unpopular as the new Women's World Tag Champs. It's so bad. The rematch with American Powers for the titles is already signed for the Snarl and Rage Memorial. Day card on the 26th.
More about that later. Good evening, folks. Our first contest tonight's going to be a Legends matchup featuring the Iron Sheik one-on-one against the Man of 1,000 Masks, Mil Mascaras. And you ain't kidding, oh, it has been controversial, all right.
Tonight's opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Tehran, Iran, weighing 254 pounds, the Iron Sheik.
All right, well, the Iron Sheik is a mainstay of the Legend division here in RWL, and whether he's in a single match or in a tag with Tojo Yamamoto or Nikolai Volkov, Sheiky Baby never fails to deliver a quality match. Especially since he's always competing near or at the championship level round here, and man, a match against Mil Mascaras, that's one hell of a way to fire up tonight's card.
That's the way we do it, Wally. The biggest stars and the biggest matches, that is the Snarl motto. Always has been, probably always will be.
His opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 221 pounds, the Man of 1,000 Masks, Mil Mascaras. Damn it, man. You must be feeling so conflicted. Your best friend picks up a new singles title, but your favorite ladies tag team drops their titles and loses their Triple Crown status. The wrestling gods giveth, and they take it the way to I guess.
Johnny, I know you're trying to make me feel better, but can I tell you something? It ain't helping. Well, guys, we are starting off on the good foot tonight with some Legends Division action right out of the gate. Oh, man. Mil Mascaras going up against the Iron Sheik. Well, this is definitely a great starter matchup. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. They charge. Iron Sheik trying to grab Mascaras. Can't do it. A drop kick off the ropes takes the Iron Sheik down to the canvas. Iron Sheik counters with a Persian boot to the head of Mil Mascaras. Kick to the midsection. And again, those Persian boots being put to work. There's some kicks and a toss towards the corner. Iron Sheik steps out, steps back in. Mil Mascaras, the little monkey, Ski Monkey Doo says no. He dragged Iron Sheik out there onto the floor. Well, Iron Sheik counters, gets back up on his feet, lands a disrespectful slap across the mask of Mil Mascaras. Locks him up. Mascaras with a kick to the midsection takes the Iron Sheik down. Referee's counting, of course. Here we go. Iron Sheik rolled back inside. Mil Mascaras comes in over the top rope. Iron Sheik locks him up. Forces him into the corner. Swings and misses. Mil Mascaras counters. Iron Sheik counters. Mil Mascaras counters. Down goes the Iron Sheik. And Sheiky Baby in some trouble here. Mil Mascaras putting the boots to the hands and fingers of the Iron Sheik. You don't think that hurts? Well, let me try it on you sometime. Hard kick to the back from Mil Mascaras. Mascaras rounds him up, kick to the midsection. The Iron Sheik on the receiving end of the business here. Look at this. A modified surfboard stretch from Mil Mascaras is one you definitely don't see every day. Arm drag from the Iron Sheik. Sheiky Baby back up on his feet, charges. Drives a knee into the midsection of Will Mascaras. Look at this. Won't let Mascaras go. Mascaras delivers a drop kick to the knee. And look at this, rolls him up for a pin, man. One. Wow. Will Mascaras. Really fast. Okay. Took the Iron Sheik down with a drop kick. Will Mascaras. Goes behind. Look at this. Has him up. Oh, very nice suplex. Nicely done by the man of 1,000 masks. Kick to the back. Iron Sheik counters, gets back up on his feet, locks up Will Mascaras and whips him to the far corner. Here he comes. Charging splash takes Mascaras down. Mascaras responds by getting out of the corner. Misses with the dropkick. Iron Sheik just a step too quick. Cheeky Baby whips him back into the corner. There's another splash. This time, Will Mascaras getting the boot put to the throat by the Iron Sheik. Cheeky Baby rounds him up. Jawjacker from Will Mascaras. And a beautiful Hurricane Rana. He didn't have any time to do that at all. Wow. Hard stomp to the midsection. Drives a knee into the back of the Iron Sheik. Will Mascaras follows the Sheik on out. They lock up. Mascaras rolled back inside by the Iron Sheik. Well, there's the end of the count. Will Mascaras whips Iron Sheik to the far corner. There's the charge. Iron Sheik counters with an elbow. Backs Will Mascaras up. Goes behind. Rear waist lock. Mascaras with a little mumbo jumbo right there. Outsmarted the Iron Sheik on that one. Iron Sheik counters a DDT right to the top of the dome of Will Mascaras. A lot of back and forth in this one so far, man. Wow. Iron Sheik. Again, putting those boots to the hands and fingers of Will Mascaras. Now the Iron Sheik takes himself up topside. Will Mascaras laid out just above center ring. Here we go. Drops a knee right into the chest of Will Mascaras. Iron Sheik, with all the advantage right now, whips Mascaras to the ropes. And a beautiful power slam. Oh, 9.9 on that one. Will Mascaras rolls out of the way. Nice hip toss. Judo-style hip toss from Will Mascaras. Takes the Iron Sheik down to the canvas. Basement dropkick to the back of the head. Will Mascaras, again regaining control of this matchup, drives a knee into the head of the Iron Sheik. Follows it up with a stomp to the back. Man, this one's been wild straight out of the gate. Mascaras rounds up. The Iron Sheik standing dropkick takes him right back. Oh man, he knocked the wind out of him for sure on that one. The Iron Sheik is laid out. Will Mascaras drags him just about center ring. Covers 1, 2, 3, and that is a wrap on this one. Will Mascaras defeats the Iron Sheik by pinfall. Let's go get the official time from Buck Morton.
The time, 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Will Mascaras. Like we said from the start, a great opening matchup, and did those to ever put on a show. But as you can hear, the fans here in Charlotte more than happy with this outcome. And I'm betting Neil Mascaras feels exactly the same. Big time win over the Iron Sheik to get things moving here.
Cheeky Baby did his very best like always, but it just wasn't enough against the Mexican Lucha Libre icon. Great match, great win, and man alive, there's lots more ahead and we'll be back with all of it immediately following this break.
Coming up next, it's Ladies Legends Division stuff. Tonight with Wendy Richter facing the recently returned Rockin' Robin. And joining us for this match will be Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, who's in action later tonight against Heather Hardcore of the AOA.
That's right, Johnny. Heather's part of the reason we lost, and she's gonna pay for it tonight.
The next Ladies Legends Division contest, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Abilene, Texas, here's Wendy Richter.
Abilene, Texas, huh? Well, that's an automatic plus 20 modifier for me to favor Wendy Richter in this match. I'm kidding. All joking aside, Rockin' Robin has been making quite an impact, and doing it all with completely above-the-board legal moves. That's got to be something of interest to you, ain't it, Danielle?
Tex, honey, I know you're trying to cheer me up, but can I tell you something? It's not working, babe.
Her opponent, accompanied by Jake the Snake Roberts, from Charlotte, North Carolina, here's Rockin' Robin.
I'm sorry, but my mind is on Heather Hardcore later. And of course, I'm interested about Rockin' Robin. She beat Patty in one of their only matches against each other, and that was before Robin adopted this new scientific approach. I'm pretty sure we'll be across the ring from each other before too much longer.
Hey, we're all really sorry about American Powers, but we're also 100% sure you and Patty will get the belts back on the 26th. I'm sure that's way more on your mind than Rockin' Robin at the moment.
I'm sure that's more on her mind than Rockin' Robin at the moment, too.
The Angels of Anarchy will just go on cheating their opponents, and Patty and me aren't having it.
Well, the rematch is signed, and you've got Heather Hardcore later, so try to breathe and let's enjoy this matchup. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. They lock up collar and elbow. Wendy Richter winds up the arm, goes behind on Rockin' Robin. Got it locked in pretty good. Whoa, just twisting it. Wendy Richter moves in, whips her to the far corner. She rebounds out. Rockin' Robin counters. Look at this. Nice move from Rockin' Robin. Gloving overhand right takes her down. Wendy Richter finding herself in trouble here. And here we go, Rockin' Robin with a bow and arrow stretch on Wendy Richter. Referee Walt Rothburn checking Wendy Richter, but I don't think she's going to tap out. Nope. Wendy turns it around, finds her way out of the hole. Rockin' Robin counter. Wendy Richter. Wendy puts the boots to the shoulder. Going for a quick cover here. One, but just a one. Rockin' Robin still way too peppy. Whoa, that was a beautiful roll right there from Wendy Richter. One, and again, just another one. Rockin' Robin still too resilient here. Whip to the corner. Ooh, Wendy Richter misses on that one. Rockin' Robin countered by Wendy Richter into the same dragon sleeper she just had Wendy in, and here's a leg snap from Wendy Richter. Jake the Snake Roberts so far has been behaving himself at ringside. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. A rear headlock here from Wendy Richter on Rockin' Robin. And Robin making her way to her one knee. Making her way up to the standing position. There's a couple of elbows. That breaks up the hold. Wendy Richter counters with a right. Has Robin up. Robin goes behind, quickly shoves her away. And a clothesline takes Wendy Richter down into the corner. Rockin' Robin shoved away again. Wendy misses with the clothesline. Whips Robin into the corner, charges, misses again. Wendy Richter a little too slow. Rockin' Robin has her up, slams her right back down. Follows it up with a stomp to the chest. Rockin' Robin with a spinning leg drop on Wendy Richter. Now reverse dragon sleeper. Referee checking Wendy Richter. Wendy delivers a couple of kicks to the head, gets back up on her feet. Up over the shoulders goes Wendy Richter. Rockin' Robin drops her head first into the turnbuckle. Down she goes. She bounced all the way down too. Rockin' Robin putting the boots to Wendy Richter. Wendy rolls out, rolls back in. Now whips Rockin' Robin to the ropes. An elbow right across the nose. Oh, man. All the way up for the suplex, but no, turns into a neckbreaker drop. Rockin' Robin just a step. Look at this, sauntering all confident and stuff. Wendy Richter out on the apron, held up by the ropes. Rockin' Robin moves in, countered by Wendy Richter, makes her way back inside the ring. Arm drag from Rockin' Robin. Kick to the midsection from Wendy. Wendy Richter with the suplex on Rockin' Robin, a kick to the back. Wendy Richter drags Robin about center ring. Delivers a flip over neck whip. Wendy Richter currently in control of things at the moment. Whoa, a nasty running kick. Here goes Jake the Snake. Already fiddling with the turnbuckle. No, we knew that one wasn't gonna last forever. Wendy Richter goes for the cover, but the referee distracted. Whoa, tried for a leg drop, but caught a couple of knees instead. Rockin' Robin just a step too fast. Robin's got her up. There's a power bomb with a pin. 1, 2. Look at this. Turned it into a submission. Into a stretching crab here. But Wendy Richter trips up the leg, finds her way out of the hole. Rockin' Robin up to her feet first. Wendy Richter makes her way back inside the ring. Turns Robin around, sets it up. Side suplex from Wendy Richter, indicating to the fans here in Charlotte that she is A-OK. But she is facing Rockin' Robin in her hometown. That's not an easy thing to do. There's a whip into the corner. Wendy Richter Turns Robin around. Pitches her off center ring. Makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Whoa, man. What a beautiful drop right there. And a beautiful crossbody rebound off the ropes. And oh, man, look at this. Wheelbarrow bulldog. Rockin' Robin gets right back up. She is not happy. Sets up Wendy Richter, has her up, vertical suplex. And Jake the Snake Roberts looking a little bit calmer now that Rockin' Robin seems to be a hell of a lot more in control. Wendy Richter makes her way back inside the ring, misses with her shot. There's a shot from Rockin' Robin. There's another clothesline. And there's a kick that takes Wendy Richter down center ring. Rockin' Robin up on the middle rope, waiting for Wendy Richter to stand herself on up. And here we go. Whoa! A beautiful elbow. She hurt herself on that one. But she did nail Wendy Richter with that elbow off the top turnbuckle. Wendy Richter sweeps the leg, takes Rockin' Robin down. Whoa! Fails to connect with the chop, catches a right from Rockin' Robin. Robin with another right. Kick to the midsection from Wendy Richter. And another. Sets it up. Oh, man, nice power bomb. 1, 2. Another near fall. Rockin' Robin refusing to give up here. She's got Wendy Richter up. Atomic drop. Right on the keister. And now a stump puller from Rockin' Robin on Wendy Richter. Now this match has a whole lot of back and forth. Rockin' Robin countered by Wendy Richter. Wendy Richter sets it up, spinning neckbreaker. Rockin' Robin right back up on her feet again. Whip to the ropes this time. Wendy Richter winds up the arm. And with top wrist lock, here's a couple of shots to the midsection from Rockin' Robin. Backs off Wendy Richter. Robin countered by Wendy again. Whipped over the top rope and out onto the floor. Here comes Wendy Richter in hot pursuit. Rounds up Rockin' Robin. Gets her back inside the ring. A lot of back and forth in this one so far. Wendy Richter all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Misses with the elbow drop. Rockin' Robin gliding out of the way on that one. Sets her up. Tries to get her up for a bear hug or something, but catches a clubbing overhand right. Wendy Richter sets her up. Rockin' Robin counters with a knee to the head. Rounds up Wendy Richter. Wendy Richter counters again with a kick to the leg, a hard right. And Wendy Richter refusing to give up either. Whoa! Vicious elbow across the face. Rockin' Robin whipped to the corner. Wendy Richter countered by Rockin' Robin with a kick to the face. There's an elbow from Wendy. Wendy tries for the throat chop, doesn't get it. Rockin' Robin has her up on the top turnbuckle, and this is going to be bad news for Wendy Richter. He's getting ready to go for the express elevator to hell, top rope superplex, 10 feet up, 10 feet down, and it hurts the offender much as the offendee. Man, Wendy Richter gathered up by Rockin' Robin. Tries for the double chop, doesn't get it. Rockin' Robin has her up and just deposits her right there on the floor. The referee trying to get the ladies back inside the ring, but so far no good luck there. Standing drop kick from Rockin' Robin on Wendy Richter. Wendy Richter counters with a right. Rockin' Robin, oh man, failed to connect with the drop kick and landed hard. Must have hit her head. Wendy Richter looking a little bit more confident at this point. Rockin' Robin rattled herself pretty good. Hangs up Wendy Richter over the top rope. Makes her way back inside. Rockin' Robin still, oh man, Wendy Richter still stunned. Counters with an elbow. Misses with the clothesline. And oh man, nice hip toss from Rockin' Robin. A kick to the back. And all of a sudden, just like that, Rockin' Robin back in control of this matchup. Wendy Richter slow getting back to her feet. And here we go. Beautiful arm drag from Rockin' Robin. Robin whips Wendy Richter to the corner. Wendy steps out of the corner quickly. Tags Robin with the right. Robin whips her to the far corner. Rockin' Robin moves in slow. Here's a kick to the chest. There's another boot to the chest and now a boot to the throat of Wendy Richter. And man, Rockin' Robin currently in control of things. And that could change again. Wendy Richter has not been giving her an easy time. Okay, here we go into a submission, but Wendy Richter rolling right out of it very quickly. Kick to the midsection from Rockin' Robin. Robin rebounds off the ropes. Oh, tagged her with a nasty right to the side of the head. I could have put Wendy Richter's lights out. Rockin' Robin covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's a wrap right there. Rockin' Robin defeats Wendy Richter by pinfall.
The time, 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Rockin' Robin.
All right, well, having seen her in action for myself, I've gotta admit, she's pretty impressive. Not one single move anyone could even say was questionable. She's gonna give me a real challenge in the future.
We look forward to it. All right, Danielle, thanks for hanging out. And good luck tonight against Heather Hardcore. We'll all be rooting for you.
That's right, we will. All right, well, Rockin' Robin picking up a win over Wendy Richter in a battle that was definitely one for the books between two technical ladies. We'll be back with more RWL Sn Rl right after the break. Sure hope you're still here when we come back. All right, folks, this has been a legend-heavy snarl card, and that's going to continue right now with Dick the Bulldog Brower set to lock up against the Mormon giant Don Leo Jonathan. Back with us after some time away.
Back with us after a while is right. It's been months since we last saw DLJ. Guess he was really enjoying his stay in Japan so much, he almost forgot to come home.
Well, he remembered it this week just in time to wrestle Bulldog Brower.
Following Legend Division contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Captain Louis Albano. From Dover, Delaware, weighing 285 pounds, here's the one-man riot squad, Dick the Bulldog Brower.
Mr. Unpredictability, Bulldog Brower, led to the ring by Captain Lou Albano, and has this squad built like a mailbox to 185-pounder got what it'll take to stop Don Leo Jonathan. In my book, not without the USS Enterprise backing him up. I see this as a king-size mismatch, and probably one that favors Don Leo Jonathan. Not that anyone would mind seeing the Mormon giant put Brower in his place.
Ah, man, that light. Man, somebody turned down their high beams. Gee. Bulldog Brower may not have the size or the power of a Don Leo Jonathan, but he's got Captain Lou Albano by his side, and he's just as crazy as a hoop loom, so there's just no way of knowing what's going to happen.
I think Wally is onto something. Brower can be an impactful opponent, but he's got to be at a major disadvantage against the almost 7-foot-tall Don Leo Jonathan, a guy who's traded shots. Against Andre the Giant, Brower will have to fight extra dirty if he wants to win tonight. His opponent from Provo, Utah, weighing 305 pounds, here is the Mormon giant, Don Leo Jonathan.
Well, it was last winter the last time we saw Don Leo Jonathan in the building, and he is back tonight after a long stay in Japan following the Japan 5-Star World Tour. And he did really well over there, but he is back tonight, part of the RWL Legends division, all set to go against the one-man Riot Squad, and this is going to be a great match. Ain't no two ways about it.
DLJ has also banged heads with Warlord Santos a time or two. I think our buddy Bulldog Brower is in over his skis on this one.
Man, sometimes you forget how big Don Leo Jonathan is, and man, it is daunting. Well, Brower, in his usual mood. Referee Tom Canamora rings the bell. They come center ring. Brower with a kick to the midsection. Don Leo Jonathan with a gut wrench suplex right out of the gate. There's a hard kick to the back. Don Leo Jonathan rounds up Brower. Brower takes him down to the canvas. Brower follows up with a stomp. A gouge of the eyes from DLJ. The Mormon Giant, not going to fool around here with Bulldog Brower, slams him face first into the canvas and goes for a push-up pin one. Whoa! The Mormon Giant has been clearly having himself a great time out in the Far East. Bulldog Brower misses with that shot. Don Leo Jonathan misses with the neck breaker. Brower tags him with a couple of rights, takes him down to the canvas. DLJ counters Bulldog Brower. Jumping neck breaker does find the mark that time. Don Leo Jonathan follows it up with a couple of stomps to the back of the head of Bulldog Brower. Drives a knee into the head of Brower. Fireman's carry. Well executed from Bulldog Brower. Brower rounds up DLJ. Charges with a headbutt. Still didn't take him down. Damn. Brower, with DLJ all the way up, slams him down hard. Albano introducing a chair into the mix. Real nice guy. Huh. DLJ counters with a jawjacker. Whips Brower to the far corner. Charges. Brower counters. Misses with the double axe handle. DLJ tags him with a right and a forearm. Takes him up to the top turnbuckle. And he's setting up a construction project here. DLJ with bad intentions towards Bulldog Brower. Oh man, here it goes. Superplex. Right center ring, and Bulldog Brower got all of it. Hell, Don Leo Jonathan caught some of it too. Bulldog Brower getting to his feet while Albano argues with Don Leo Jonathan. The distraction works the treat. There's a suplex from Bulldog Brower. A sweep of the leg from Don Leo Jonathan. A kick to the chest. No, DLJ regaining control of this one pretty quick. Bulldog Brower with a back body drop. And into a blatant choke as Lou Albano decides to offer his able assistance with the turnbuckle. Okay. Bulldog Brower drives a knee into the head of Don Leo Jonathan. Goes for the cover, but wait a minute now. The referee, deciding what the hell he should do next, gets rid of the chair first. There's an arm drag from Don Leo Jonathan. DLJ escorting Brower towards the far corner, but Brower, I guess he's seen it before because he don't want to see it again. Elbows to the midsection. Misses with the double axe handle. Don Leo Jonathan connects with a kick. He's got Brower by the trunks and got him up, slams him right back down, and immediately goes for a cover. One. Just a one. Man. The Mormon Giant having his difficulties keeping Brower under control. Misses with the double axe handle. Charges. Catches an arm drag from Bulldog Brower. Counters with a jawjacker. Whips Brower towards the far corner. Charges. Connects with nothing but turnbuckle. Up over the shoulder of Bulldog Brower. And hung up on the top rope. The Mormon Giant goes down. Single leg crab from Bulldog Brower. Possible submission here. Don Leo Jonathan trying to make his way to the ropes. Changes his mind and escapes the hold himself. DLJ moves in on Brower. Slams him face first into the canvas. Nicely done. Inverted Russian leg sweep from Don Leo Jonathan. And now here we go. A camel clutch. Center ring with nowhere for Brower to go. He's going to have to break out the hold himself, and he succeeds in doing it. Taking Don Leo Jonathan down in the process. There's a shot to the midsection, an elbow to the side of the head. Brower disengaged. Kick to the midsection from Bulldog Brower. Brower goes behind, drives a knee into the back of Don Leo Jonathan, which is not an easy thing to do. Bulldog Brower rounds him up. A charging clothesline. Swing and a miss from Don Leo Jonathan. A back body drop from Bulldog Brower. Here comes DLJ. And a spine buster from Bulldog Brower. Oh, wow. Brower's been real aggressive. Oh, here we go. Tongan Death Grip going to try and squeeze a submission right out of the throat of Don Leo Jonathan till he croaks it out. Brower got it locked in real good. Releasing the hold. DLJ goes down. Gets back up real quick, though. Don Leo Jonathan slaps away the hand. Here's a series of shots. A forearm. Don Leo Jonathan delivers the kick. And another. And a third takes Brower down. DLJ brings Brower to one knee. Gathers him up. Escorts him towards the corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. Goes Bulldog Brower several times. More than once. He's going to have a splitting headache after that one. The Mormon Giant watches him collapse. Follows it up with a stomp. Brower counters right away. Don Leo Jonathan whips him over the top rope out onto the apron. DLJ working the crowd here in Charlotte. Waiting for Bulldog Brower to come inside. He's not even going to go after him. That's the kind of gentleman the Mormon Giant is. Wow. Bulldog Brower finally comes out of his reverie. There's a slap across the chest. There's a counter from Brower. DLJ puts on the brakes on Brower. Lifts him towards the corner. Bulldog Brower catching machine gun punches from Don Leo Jonathan and a nasty uppercut. Down goes Bulldog Brower into the corner. Quickly back up again. Oh, man. Brower opens up with a series of shots and takes down Don Leo Jonathan. Goes for a quick cover. 1, 2. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This match has been a ride so far. Man. Bulldog Brower rounds up DLJ. DLJ counters with a forearm. A kick to the midsection. Whips Brower towards the corner. Don Leo Jonathan has him up on the top turnbuckle, and this is going to be bad news for Bulldog Brower, who's getting ready to take the ride, courtesy of DLJ, a top rope superplex right in front of the Spanish announce table, and down goes Bulldog Brower, and he is out, absolutely motionless. Don Leo Jonathan rounds him up. Brower counters the chop. DLJ counters Bulldog Brower. Brower counters Don Leo Jonathan, makes his way back inside the ring. Here comes DLJ right after him. Brower with a headbutt. He's got DLJ, whips him to the ropes, drives a knee into the midsection, whips him into the ropes again, drives another knee into the midsection, and follows it up with a Russian leg sweep that takes Don Leo Jonathan down to the canvas. Brower catches a back body drop from DLJ. The back and forth on this one's just been insane. DLJ beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. Bulldog Brower catching hell now from the Mormon Giant. A stump puller, stretching the leg of Bulldog Brower. Lou Albano looking a little bit worried at this point. Brower finds his way out of the hold, charges, misses with his move. Don Leo Jonathan right there to pick up the pieces. Winds him. Whoa, Brower slams him right back down again. Don Leo Jonathan counters with a forearm. Brower whips him to the far corner. There's a clothesline that takes down Don Leo Jonathan, and Bulldog Brower, he has completely crashed out. Oh man, Brower's gone nuts. Don Leo Jonathan falls back from a seated position, an elbow to the leg from Bulldog Brower. Favoring his stomach, he don't look too good. Here's a leg sweep from Don Leo Jonathan. The Mormon Giant not finished yet, not by a long shot. Bulldog Brower being brought to his feet. Whoa, swing and a miss, but a nice forearm from Don Leo Jonathan, and another. Brower back up, swings and misses, rebounds off the ropes, and a spinebuster from DLJ. Don Leo Jonathan with Brower crawling into the corner, scrambling into the corner. DLJ catches Brower, whips him to the far corner, moves in, and there's another set of machine gun punches to the head of Bulldog Brower. Another uppercut. Oh man, Don Leo Jonathan regains control of this match. There's an alley-oop out of the corner for Brower. Bulldog Brower could be in big trouble here. Lou Albano pleading his case to Tom Canamora, but ain't gonna do no good. There's a hard shot from Bulldog Brower. And there's another series of wicked shots from Bulldog Brower. Takes Don Leo Jonathan down to the canvas. Brower gonna cover. Oh, not even one. Wow. Man. Bulldog Brower taking matters into his own hands, manipulating those turnbuckles. Brower rounds up Don Leo Jonathan. Kick to the midsection from DLJ, and a clothesline that takes Brower down to the canvas again. Don Leo Jonathan drags him center ring wisely, going for a cover here. 1, 2. Shut up. Bulldog Brower, like a cockroach that refuses to die. Don Leo Jonathan with a series of elbows to the shoulder of Bulldog Brower. Brower sweeps the leg, takes him down. Bulldog Brower rounds him up again, catches another back body drop from Don Leo Jonathan. DLJ rounds him up. Brower counters with a knee to the midsection and a clothesline that takes down Don Leo Jonathan. I don't believe this match. Wow, this has been really good. Bulldog Brower with knuckles to the temple of Don Leo Jonathan, and he is busted open now too, both men bleeding and battered. DLJ slams Brower's face into the canvas, inverted Russian leg sweep, and he is all out of patience. He's going for a blatant choke, doesn't even care. Don Leo Jonathan, double boot stomp to the midsection of Bulldog Brower, followed up with a kick to the chest, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. And man, Don Leo Jonathan regains control of this one, slams Brower's head into the canvas one more time, and there's that push-up cover again. Lou Albano trying to ruin things. 1, 2. The referee doing his duty, but only a 2 count. DLJ countered with a shoulder tackle by Bulldog Brower. DLJ countered with a headbutt. DLJ counters with a one-arm slam on Bulldog Brower. Unbelievable, you guys. Leg sweep from Bulldog Brower. Just wow. Don Leo Jonathan rolls out onto the floor. And this match still ain't over yet. Man. Don Leo Jonathan rolls back in. Bulldog Brower catches a shot. Don Leo Jonathan whips him to the ropes. High hip toss. Takes him down the canvas. Bulldog Brower rounded right back up again. Don Leo Jonathan whips him to the far corner. Here comes DLJ. Another set of machine gun punches to the head of Bulldog Brower. His neck snapping back over and over again. Wow. Don Leo Jonathan misses with the stomp. Bulldog Brower steps out, steps back in for a reset. Tags Don Leo Jonathan with the right, catches a fireman's carry from DLJ. Misses with the jumping neck breaker. Bulldog Brower up over the shoulders of Don Leo Jonathan again. Slammed down to the canvas. Oh, he crashed hard. Don Leo Jonathan starting to look really fatigued. This match has gone on quite some time now. DLJ rounds up Brower. Whips him to the corner. Brower counters with an elbow and a double axe handle that takes DLJ down to the mat. Again, Bulldog Brower manipulating the turnbuckle. Tom Canamora got to be tired of playing with that one. Bulldog Brower catches an arm drag from Don Leo Jonathan. DLJ misses with the kick. Brower reaching into the trunks and boom, he just tagged him with something. A foreign object. Don Leo Jonathan is laid out. Bulldog Brower follows it up with a series of headbutts as a coup de grace, apparently. Don Leo Jonathan is laid out. Bulldog Brower covers 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, that ain't even right. Bulldog Brower cheating his way to a win over DLJ.
The time, 18 minutes and 58 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Bulldog Brower.
Well, let's face it, folks. Bulldog Brower knew he did not have a chance against Don Leo Jonathan. Don Leo Jonathan refused to go down, and he was beating the living hell out of Bulldog Brower at the same time. So naturally, Bulldog Brower reverted to type, reached into his trunks for a little something extra, and cleaned the clock on Don Leo Jonathan, getting himself an illegal pin, a 1-2-3 on a knockout. Well, that's Bulldog Brower for you. All right, folks, that takes care of this particular matchup. We've got tag team action waiting in the wings, and it is going to be great. The Canadian Cartel in action when we come back from the break, so don't you go anywhere. All right, we're going to close out the first hour with some tag team action. The Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, accompanied by Too Short Papa Scott Bell, going up against Golden Al Barnett and Vic LaRue, the Canadian Cartel.
The next tag team match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell at a combined weight of 445 pounds, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival.
Well, given the problems Old Too Short has been having with Lars Sullivan, this makes the Revival Bell's most competent to performers, and they're set to try and prove it up against the Canadian Cartel. I'm no fan of Bell or his stable, but Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder do seem to be the most capable members of Bell Unlimited. I'd love to see Golden Al Barnett and Vic LaRue stick it to the Revival, but it's not gonna be easy.
No, it is not going to be easy. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, damn their hides. They are actually pretty good. But the Canadian Cartel, under the guidance of Riley Flash, might prove a challenge to them.
Their opponents accompanied by Riley Flash at a combined weight of 462 pounds, Golden Al Barnett and Vic LaRue, the Canadian Cartel. Everybody's pal Riley Flash, trainer to the Almost Stars, with his two ace students, Al Barnett and Vic LaRue, and believe it or else, the Canadian Cartel has garnered a following for themselves. Not sure if it's their unorthodox in-ring style, or their indigenously Canadian humor, which kind of makes them the Bob and Doug McKenzie of the wrestling world. But either way, there's plenty of fans like you, Ollie, who want to see the Canadian Cartel canuck it up against the Revival.
All right, well, GB, you can count me in that number because personally I hate Scott Bell and anybody associated with him. And while I'm not a great fan of the Canadian Cartel, I favor them over the Revival any day of the week.
Get a load of Vic LaRue's t-shirt, Mesa boot, and fine doot. There's the indigenously Canadian humor you're talking about, Johnny, which does automatically make Barnett and LaRue way more fun than Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. But funny doesn't win matches.
Correctamundo, Wally. Violence wins matches. But here's the thing. Despite their scientific skill, the Canadian cartel can go from zero to psycho in about 3 seconds. They can brawl with the best of them, so Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder had better be prepared.
But all in all, a dynamite matchup to round out tonight's first half.
Yes, sir, and I got to admit, I kind of like Vic LaRue's too. Real stylish. All right, Scott Dawson, Golden L. Barnett starting us off. Walt Rothburn rings the bell, and here we go. They lock up. Scott Dawson pushing Barnett towards his own corner. They're clenched in. Ref's going to have to step in and break this one up. Let's see if we get us a clean break. No! Barnett says, no, not today. Oh, man. Jawjacker from Scott Dawson. Misses with the clothesline. Barnett nails him with a clothesline of his own. Follows up with a stomp. Another clothesline, this time from Scott Dawson. Takes down Golden L. Barnett. Barnett back up on his feet. Knee to the skull for Scott Dawson. Barnett goes behind, gets countered. Scott Dawson, countered by Golden L. Barnett. Barnett, countered by Scott Dawson. Dawson whips him towards the ropes. An elbow with almost nothing happening. A knee to the midsection from Barnett. Scott Dawson taking him to the ropes, hangs him up against the ropes. But Barnett, quick with the counter and a kick to the midsection. Another quick counter from Scott Dawson and a short arm clothesline that takes Barnett down to the canvas. And here comes Dash Wilder. And here comes Vic LaRue. Fresh partners all the way around. Here we go. Whoa. He stopped the dropkick cold. Dash Wilder absolutely stopping Vic LaRue's dropkick, but not that time. LaRue rounds him up in a front cradle. Has him up over the shoulder. Hangs him up off the top rope. Dash Wilder catches the kick. Turns it into a dragon screw. Oh, man. Vic LaRue rounded up. Oh, puts a stop to the kick. Takes him down. Oh, delivers a hard shot, too. Vic LaRue definitely not playing around here. Here's a snapmare. A kick to the back for Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder. Whoa! Ran right into that one, got taken down. Here comes Golden L. Barnett again on the tag. Dash Wilder makes the tag to Scott Dawson. Oh, Too Short Papa sitting there looking like the blonde newsboy. Feeling sorry for himself, I'm sure. Scott Dawson with a stomp to the midsection. And an arm breaker on Al Barnett. Dawson rounds him up. Oh, man, quick counter and hard right down goes Scott Dawson after a clothesline from Golden Al Barnett. Scott Dawson counters with a kick, gets back up on his feet. Stalking Golden Al Barnett into a sleeper hold, center ring. But here comes Vic LaRue to make the save. Scott Dawson releases the hold. Riley Flash just quietly taking in his team, the Canadian Cartel. Scott Dawson, he must be pretty mad about that sleeper hold. He is just staring daggers for Vic LaRue's. Golden L. Barnett tries to make his way back up to his feet. And here we go. Whoa, miss swing and miss with the clothesline. Quick counter and a kick to the midsection from Barnett. Dawson whipped to the corner. And here we go. Scott Dawson about to take a very long and painful ride at the hands of Golden Al Barnett. Sets himself all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Boom, there it is. Top rope superplex. 10 feet up, 10 feet down. The express elevator to hell, as I like to call it. Golden Al Barnett rounds up the rack. Scott Dawson. Scott Dawson counters. Clothesline takes Barnett down. Scott Dawson rounds him up again. Barnett counters with a knee to the midsection and a right. Scott Dawson counters with a kick. The referee still counting, trying to get him back in the ring, but so far no dice. Swing and a miss from Barnett. A Luthez press and a series of right hands from Scott Dawson. Well, somebody's going to have to get back in that ring sooner or later. The referee still counting. Scott Dawson catches the kick from Barnett, counters it. An arm drag from Barnett. Another counter and a kick from Scott Dawson, turns him around, finally gets him back in the ring. Won't be a count out here. Scott Dawson makes his way back inside. Barnett back up on his feet. Clock's up. Dawson whipped to the corner. And now all the way up on the top turnbuckle for a second trip down to the floor. Another top rope superplex from Golden Al Barnett. Clearly the Canadian Cartel with the intent of hurting the Revival. Obviously, this is just their goal, clearly. Barnett rounds up Scott Dawson again. Oh, man, head first into the ring post. I will not sing the song this time. Scott Dawson back on his feet. Double chop from Barnett, a hard right, a kick, a counter from Scott Dawson, and a clothesline takes Barnett down. On the outside, again, with the referee counting again. Well, this match has been a ride so far. Scott Dawson pitches Golden Al Barnett towards what usually would be the timekeeper's area. Dick LaRue watching Scott Dawson. Riley Flash looking pretty concerned here. Golden Al Barnett slowly gets back to his feet. Looks like he's going to take himself back inside the ring. A wise move. Scott Dawson follows suit. There's a hard chop from Barnett. And there's a whip to the ropes from Scott Dawson. A collision with no result. Up into the front cradle again goes Scott Dawson. Golden Al Barnett taking his time carrying him over there. Back into the buckle and whipped out center ring. And here comes Vic LaRue on the tag. Scott Dawson trying to scramble his way out of town. Here comes Barnett. Oh, excuse me, Vic LaRue. LaRue taken down with a drop toe hold. And here comes Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder moves in. Whoa, hard elbow. Takes down LaRue. Drives a knee into the head of Vic LaRue. Dash Wilder grinding his knuckles into the temples of Vic LaRue. Man. Yeah, this match has been wild already so far. The Canadian Cartel having a little bit of trouble here with the Revival. Pitched halfway into towards his own corner goes Dash Wilder. Vic LaRue right there to pick him on up. Whoa! Quick counter from Dash Wilder. Tries for the chop block, doesn't get it. Vic LaRue rounds him up again. Has him up, a little display of power from Vic LaRue. Has him all the way up, military press. Oh, that was just beautiful. Vic LaRue really taking it to Dash Wilder right here. LaRue puts the arm over the shoulder, grabs a hold of the trunks, gauges the weight, sets it up, and there we go, vertical suplex from Vic LaRue. Dash Wilder starting to look like he's taking quite a bit of punishment. A kick to the back from Vic LaRue. Woke Dash Wilder up. Misses with the forearm. Counters with a kick to the leg of Vic LaRue. Goes behind. German suplex on LaRue. LaRue quickly rolls back to his feet. Dash Wilder winds him up. Russian leg sweep center ring. Down goes Vic LaRue again. Dash Wilder starting to mount some offense here where there hadn't been much before. Up over the shoulders goes Vic LaRue. Oh, man, nasty backbreaker. Dash Wilder covers 1, 2, but only 2. Vic LaRue powers out, gets back up on his feet, moves in on Dash Wilder. Countered by Dash Wilder. And, oh, man, he ran into that kick. Vic LaRue damn near kicked his head off. Vic LaRue with a gouge of the eyes of Dash Wilder. And, ooh, my. Ooh. Oh, owie, owie, hoo-hoo dilly. Ho, 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 ho. And the ref didn't even see it, man. Wow. 1, 2. I told you they could brawl if they had to, didn't I? Vic LaRue doesn't see it coming, but counters just the same. A hard left to Dash Wilder. Draws a knee into the skull of Dash Wilder. Goes behind on Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder counters with an elbow. Dash goes behind. Side suplex on Vic LaRue. Here we go. Golden Al Barnett hot for that tag as Dash Wilder continues to show off. And here we go. There is the tag. And here comes Golden Al Barnett. Barnett, whoa, with a big-time dropkick. Takes Dash Wilder down almost immediately. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Man. Well, we don't get no 5-minute quickies here, guys. Dash Wilder counters. Golden Al Barnett whips him to the ropes. Dash Wilder counters with a kick to the leg. Turns Barnett around. Sets it up. Side suplex for Golden Al Barnett. Barnett back up on his feet again. Charges, takes him down with a clothesline. Dash Wilder laid out on the canvas again. Golden Al Barnett with a snapmare and a kick to the back. Determined to keep him on the canvas, man. Clothesline over the top rope, down on the floor goes Golden Al Barnett. Dash Wilder definitely asserting himself on that one. Here comes Scott Dawson. Referee counting Golden Al Barnett as Dash Wilder makes his way to the outside. Barnett back up on his feet. Dash Wilder sets it up. He's got him all the way. Oh, man, what a brainbuster. Wow. Scott Dawson gets him back inside the ring. Barnett reeling from that brainbuster. Scott Dawson rounds him up. Whoa, you couldn't have missed any harder if you tried, Scott. Golden Al Barnett rounds him up. Gonna make him pay for that mistake. Has him up over the shoulders. Sets it up. Oh, man, nasty falling neck breaker. Barnett covers 1, 2, and man, neither one of these two teams has given up. I'll give them that. Barnett countered with a kick from Scott Dawson. Dawson with several kicks. Tries for the neck breaker, doesn't get it. Barnett rounds him up in a dragon sleeper. An elbow across the back of the head. Another dragon sleeper. Dawson winds it up, counters it. Snapmare and a kick to the back for Barnett. Scott Dawson gathers him up again into another sleeper hold. And this could be a match ender right here. Nope, jawjacker from Barnett from behind. Rocks Scott Dawson. Dawson counters with a kick to the leg. Misses with that leg sweep. Oh, again. Hard shot to the midsection for Scott Dawson. Clothesline takes Barnett down into the corner. He's in the enemy camp now. Dawson with an alley-oop assist out of the corner for Golden Al Barnett. Barnett rounded up to his feet. Look at this. Scott Dawson with the lock, but no. Barnett with 3 shots to the midsection says, let's not do that anymore. Up in the front cradle again goes Scott Dawson, up over the shoulder and hung up on the top rope one more time. He's going to have ligature marks on his neck. Here he goes. Dash Wilder comes in on the tag. Barnett didn't see him and he just got clocked. Clothesline across the back of the head. Got to watch where you're going, man. Standing dropkick takes Barnett down again. Dash Wilder coming out real aggressive in this matchup. Usually Scott Dawson's the dominant one, but Dash Wilder has been putting on a show here. Russian leg sweep takes Barnett down to the canvas. Golden Al Barnett definitely finding himself in a world of trouble and a world of hurt. Boom! Knee right across the head from Dash Wilder. And again, grinding those knuckles into the temples of Golden Al Barnett. And if you don't think that hurts, you let me try it on you sometime. Oh, man. Dash Wilder rounds him up again. Sets it up. Oh, man. What a nasty suplex that was. Dash Wilder rounds up Barnett one more time. Has him up over the shoulders. Again, drives a knee into the upper back of Golden Al Barnett. And that'll take the wind out of you and hurt your vertebrae. Okay, here we go. Dash Wilder rolls him over, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, whoa, that was damn near 3. They almost won. Barnett back up on his feet. He's got Dash Wilder all the way up in a vulgar display of power. There it is, a slam right down the canvas for Dash Wilder. Barnett, real slow getting up. He's taking quite a beating. Man, this match has been better than I had anticipated. A shoulder claw on Dash Wilder from Golden Al Barnett. Scott Bell shaking his head. He does not look happy. Dash Wilder counters with a couple of shots. Backs off Barnett. Barnett counters. Barnett whips Dash Wilder to his team's corner. Dash counters and escapes the corner. Goes behind. German suplex on Barnett. Dash Wilder definitely feeling like he's doing something special here. He's made some accomplishments. Huh. Well, he sure has. Golden Al Barnett is laid out and has been for quite some time. A stomp to the head from Dash Wilder. Drives another elbow into the head of Golden Al Barnett. He was going to try for those temples to the knuckles one more time. Barnett said, no, I've had quite enough of that. Barnett rounds him up big time. Scoop slam right there for Dash Wilder. Yeah, he's made Golden Al Barnett mad. Not a wise thing to do. Dash Wilder rounded up to his feet by Golden Al Barnett. Whipped to the ropes. Here he comes. Oh, quick counter from Dash Wilder. Clubbing overhand right from Barnett. Gathers him back up again. Another counter from Dash Wilder. I gotta admit, I'm impressed with this guy today. Has him up. Whoa, man. Corkscrew neckbreaker from Dash Wilder. Oh, yeah, Dash Wilder. He must be feeling like the world heavyweight champion right about now. He sets it up. Another nasty suplex for Golden Al Barnett. He might be done. Dash Wilder might want to think about going for a pin at this point. 15 minutes into a 20-minute match. It's time to wrap this one up and take it on home. Here's a kick to the back of the leg of Barnett. Goes behind. German suplex on Barnett. And again, Dash Wilder. And on top of the world, looking down on creation and all that. Golden Al Barnett is laid out face down center ring. Look at this. Trying to pull himself up using Dash Wilder by his leg, man. Fireman's carry from Barnett. As Barnett tries to come back alive here. Dash Wilder flips him to the corner. Well, this ain't good. A lot of top rope superplexes have been given out in this match, and now Dash Wilder's about to give one back to Golden Al Barnett. He pays it forward. Boom, there it is. Top rope superplex from Dash Wilder on Golden Al Barnett, and Riley Flash looking over Dash Wilder. He's got to be more than a little bit concerned. Barnett has taken quite a beating, and we're running out of time. And still, so far, no pinfall, no tap out. Oh, man, nasty knee to the face from Dash Wilder on Al Barnett. Barnett counters with a hard left. Whoa. Barnett rolls Dash Wilder back inside the ring. Golden Al Barnett rounds up Dash Wilder, a gouge of the eyes, and he's had that happen to him twice. He's going to be singing soprano in the Palace of the Doges. Oh, man. Barnett covers. 1, 2, again, another. Shut up. What is with these guys? We're going to get a time limit draw here. Dash Wilder caught up by Golden Al Barnett. Up over the shoulder. Vic LaRue being instructed to get the hell out of there. There's another falling neckbreaker from Barnett on Dash Wilder. And here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, now, mercifully, this one comes to an end. The Canadian Cartel picking up the win by pinfall.
The time, 16 minutes and 51 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Canadian Cartel. That was an explosive tag matchup. Both teams, yes, damn it, even the Revival, took things up a notch tonight. And in the end, after a long battle between them, the Canadian Cartel picks up the 3-count pinfall win. I think they just plain old wore down Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder to get there. But it was totally worth it.
Most definitely totally worth it. That concludes the first half of tonight's RWL Sn Rl. And we'll be back with an even more exciting second half right after this brief intermission. Don't go anywhere.